All right. So we're going to have Douglas versus Granny here. Douglas opting for Fox. Fox has a pretty good matchup against Meta Knight, so I can see why he would do something like this, especially playing it personally myself. Starterville? Alright. The only thing he has to be careful of is both these characters like to dash attack and dash grab, but Meta Knight feels more inclined to, well, at least Granny's Meta Knight feels more inclined to rush down, as you can see with him getting those 2 dash attacks right there. So if Douglas just slows down his pace and plays a little bit patiently, he'll be able to punish Granny for most of those dash attacks, and then Granny will, he won't feel as comfortable doing that, and he'll have to resort to grabbing, which is kind of a guessing game, because if you spot dodge it or if you roll, he can get punished for that as well. So gotta be careful with that. Granny also won to go for those early F smash kill reads. He's actually pretty good at it, so I would knock him for it. I don't know the specific percent, but I think Firefox does around like 34%, so that's why we see the percents evened up already, even though Douglas seemed to be at the deficit, and already Granny almost getting put into a Vortex kill combo there. But just barely living. And I like how Douglas is actually still using Fox, even though I thought he had dropped him because he said he lacked synergy with the character, or it just didn't feel right. Because you gotta have a taste. You gotta have a taste for those fast technical characters like Fox or like Sheik, and you gotta be in it for the grind. If you're not in it for the grind, I'm sorry, you gotta be out. And Granny with a few successions of F smash is gonna go ahead and seal that first stock. But Douglas is not too far away from getting a stock of his own, having both back air, up smash, and up air at his disposal. Especially with no rage, it will combo quite easily out of up tilt dash attack, and he has his falling air and down air up smash setups as well. I don't believe this is winners finals. Is this winners finals? Oh wow, this is winners finals. So we have Douglas and Granny winners finals. I was not expecting this, to be honest, because we have Kode here, Prophet, myself. Turning out to be quite an interesting bracket. I'm glad that Douglas is repping Fox, because I know I would have been. Alright, racking up some decent percent here, holding on to the ledge, positioning. I like how Douglas is kind of being deceptive with his approach, moving in and back just a little bit, so it's not too obvious. Granny can't think, oh, when he dashes in, he's going to dash attack me. No, because he's mixing up his movement just a little bit. Another fun fact, Fox, at a certain range, if he's jabbing at the ledge, will fall off, and that could lead into a stage spike scenario where you back air or you can fair spike them out of it. But not too many people are privy to when that situation occurs, so it's kind of hard. Douglas has the lead right now, and 1 kill confirm would seal the stock on a light character like Meta Knight. And Granny does not want him to... Ooh, I think he might have fastballed that up air. Very close. And Douglas can now die himself. Meta Knight being a very strong character. Okay, so he went for it. Some people, they don't trust the reaction time on tipper jab to up smash. So he saw it, he did the jab jab, and he just instantly like, what if it tippered? And then threw out the up smash, but unfortunately, no dice. And now it is progressively getting harder and harder for Douglas to confirm a kill, as he now has rage and Douglas is at 122%. Or Granny. Sorry guys, I'm congested. I think you spelled Douglas wrong. You spelled it? Oh, nice. Oh, that was a nice spot dodge from Douglas, but up tilt is not going to kill at this percent, and it is not going to set up into a kill confirm. Unless he hits the front hit of up tilt. And that cross-up back air is going to take Douglas's last stock in the first game, going to Granny. Oh, God. Granny won the first one. This is not Grand Finals. Okay, opting to run it back, saying that that was not a fault of the stage, it was a fault of how he played out neutral, and we will see that development here in this match. I guess, I know Douglas has played Granny enough to know which character he likes to use against him. So clearly Alph, oh! Yeah, great tech from Douglas right there, but he wanted that fair spike. Did not set it up correctly. Technical error on his part, and he could have died for that. Fox gets jaked out at 0 fairly easy. That was very nice from Douglas. He might have possibly been able to set up a fair to footstool combo, but it wouldn't have killed. And Douglas just being patient here, waiting for that kill. Granny, unfortunately, does not have a lot of landing options, so he is going to die to that up air. Sorry if you guys see a little bit of bias from my commentary, but I just understand more about Fox, so it's easier to talk about than Meta Knight. Ooh, and still living. Unable to kill. That air dodge might have done it for him, though. And unable to tech that really hard situation right there at the ledge. Granny could get something started here with just a couple dash attacks, though. You do not want to be the one to get caught in one of Granny's jab block combos. Because he will do it. He's a savage. I like the percent lead that Douglas is getting here, though, so quick into the second stock. Which grab is going to lead into a large conversion for Granny Smith here. Waiting out in shield too long, and Douglas actually guesses the timer on when Granny will drop. Getting backstage control, and possibly setting up for the kill. Nice air dodge read, but Granny's still living here. Yeah, he didn't get the Yakitori. Yeah, he read that air dodge very well. It would have been the stock if he positioned it just as well as he timed it. Granny has to be patient here. He knows that at this percent, he can do dash attack to a shuttle loop combo, and it'll kill. I mean, he's almost at like max rage, so. But right now, Granny's just poking him. He doesn't want to do something unsafe on shield like dash attack, because he could get punished very hard and possibly die, like he did right there. Well-spaced back air from Douglas. Alright, going into Game 3, I'm hoping to see a counter pick stage like Town or City or Battlefield from either player. Oh, FD. Alright. Midgar, so I guess Granny's comfortable on the stage. Doesn't have to worry about triplats, but he also doesn't have the earlier kill advantage from Town or City, which I'm assuming Douglas banned or striked. Quick 26%, and he's looking to add more with all these jabs. Up tilt or up air? Yeah. Nice wait from Douglas. Almost resetting the combo, but Granny has 6 jumps, so able to get out of that. And doing the title screen combo up tilt and dub smash, racking up plenty of percent for Douglas here, and now he is actually in a position to kill. Granny's gonna have to play a lot smarter here. Can't be too wild with his options. I think he was waiting out an air dodge, but Douglas went right over his head. See, once again, Douglas trying to do the chipper jabs into up smash, but it's just kind of throwing it out. He's not really looking to see if he visually confirmed the tipper, which is all right. I mean, not everyone's reflex is attuned to that kind of combo. Very particular, and nice adaptation in that scenario from Granny Smith, able to get the shuttle loop and kill Douglas for overextending just a little bit on his ledge guard. Ooh, he actually grabbed him out of his roll, if I'm not wrong. If he did, that's godlike. And someone get this man. Get this guy a blender. Oh, he was waiting for that air dodge. Foxes eat up air dodges like they were things that foxes eat. I don't... Meat? I assume they would eat meat. They look like carnivores, like rabbits. But a rabbit's on Fox's team. That's kind of weird. Does he ever like think about eating him? Okay, and Granny do unsafe dash attack to the ledge. Douglas going right over his head. With that back air. Reading the tech. This could be it if he just goes for it. Nope. He knows if he goes for it, he's dead. If you go for shuttle loop that far out, he's dead. He wants to play safe. He has the lead. There's no reason not to. Now Fox is forced to approach. I am not bored. I am just tired. That was a good play from Granny Smith right there. His counter pick working out for him, and those shuttle loops really coming through. Let's see if might have a possible character swap. Ooh. Before I could even say it, Douglas already swapping, but he was doing such a great job with Fox there. I don't know. Maybe he just it's a comfortability pick. He feels more comfortable with this character, so he would rather play it out with Alph. You know, maybe possibly see, because you never want to play out a set and be like, could my other character have done better? So if you use them, you'll know for next time, and you'll be like, oh, okay, this character worked better. But I feel like these two have played enough for him to understand that. Maybe he still just wants to give it that shot. That old college try. You know what I'm saying? Nice landing from Douglas. Able to get back. That white Pikmin puts in work. I forgot how much percent it was. Is it like 9%? Nah, it can't be. That's too much. Maybe? Nah. Douglas's lineup is getting closer and closer to that dream team. Probably for this matchup, it would be a blue and 2 purples, because blue for the powerful smash attacks and aerials, and the blue for a throw, so you can kill a throw. Since Meta Knight is kind of light, that seems like the optimal thing to do, and there's not really any Pikmin that will negate his attacks, because there's no Pikmin that negates physical attacks. So that would be the optimal dream team that he's looking for here. Ooh, that almost killed. By now, Granny is probably thinking about getting a dash attack into shuttle loop combo. But with more and more rage, that's looking kind of out of his spectrum here. And he went for it. Oh, okay. I was gonna say if he did not die for that, that would be a little bit suspect. Douglas getting the free punish and possibly a free match for that flub by Granny Smith if he is unable to seal the stock quick enough. Merciless with that white Pikmin. He is really reaching here with these dimensional kicks. What I want to see from Granny is one of the F smashes that he's so good at just timing and usually on people's landings or air dodges, or they'll like some people will just try to approach because they're like, oh, I can punish this, and then he'll get that F smash, close out a stock early. But right now he just needs to close out the stock so he can get to this next one, especially with rage, because dash attack to up air with rage is deadly. Disgusting. Never sleep on Meta Knight with rage. That's all I can say. And Douglas didn't have any Pikmin. That's one thing I dislike about the character, I would say. Because if you're not watching your Pikmin setup, like your lineup, and you go down to 1, maybe even 2 or 0, there could be times where you're just gonna throw out an attack and there will be nothing there, and that's gotta be the worst feeling. Right now, Douglas doing very well. He can throw out a lot more risky attacks. Granny having such a big deficit right now. Douglas knows that even if he dies, he will still be able to throw out such options as long as he is at a reasonable early percent. Sorry, I'm so congested. Ugh. I don't know if you guys can see, but Douglas is actually timing with the lineup. The last time he used grab, it was blue. He reset his lineup to get blue, and then he got the grab. Up throw, killed Meta Knight. See, Dream Team would be... Oh, I like how the lineup from the match is actually in the windscreen. That's a cool, quirky thing. But yeah, I told you, Dream Team, 2 purples. He had 1 purple, good enough, and a blue. It works. And I guess Douglas didn't ban Town and City? So they're going to be going here. That could be quite dangerous for Douglas in this game 5 scenario, I believe. Yeah, game 5. So this should be quite interesting to see who will actually be going through winner's side grand finals. The reoccurring... No, I don't know if it's reoccurring. I think Granny might have won the last one. I wasn't there. But if so, it would be the reoccurring grand finalist and winner, Granny, coming through winner's side. But Douglas, he's definitely hungry. I can see him. He wants to eat. Get my man some bread. He almost got the double up air, but I don't know. Granny seemed like he fell asleep there, and he ate a down smash on his landing. And already at 96%. Douglas might take this one away if he keeps the momentum going like he has. But like I said, do not sleep on Meta Knight with Rage, especially on, I would say, his hometown, Town and City. Ha 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 ha. If this is not a place that Meta Knights are familiar with, I would reconsider your stage selection. Slow and swift is the Meta Knight as he tries to approach and possibly get a dash attack. I know that's exactly what he wants. But I think he's finding it quite difficult to get in right now. He does not want to eat a grab or an F smash from Douglas on the retreat. Oh, wow, the shield pressure right there. Looking like a Rolo. Yeah, I said it. I'm creative. I saw Douglas do that earlier. He just spaced him out a little bit and did that F tilt. Very nice option, especially if you don't want to have to rely on which Pikmin is in your lineup. It's always going to be consistent, so. And jab, jab, grab is not going to be true that time. I guess Granny's DI was on point. That's good. But with this deficit, Granny is going to have to get back in the game here with something a little like that. I wouldn't count him out just yet. Now he's starting to look for that F smash. He knows it'll kill, and he needs it to kill. That and Dimensional Cape, I believe, will seal off the stock. Alph, being the campy character that he is, though, is able to easily rack on percent without putting himself at too much risk. Not able to kill. And thank God that platform came out, or else Granny Smith might have been in a little bit of a pickle. If he's able to get the kill right now, that would be very beneficial. And this is not Smashville. That was a lot longer than Douglas was anticipating. And now Granny is back in the game with only 59%. If Douglas is able to rack on enough percent to be safe, I think he might have a chance, but still. Meta Knight with Rage. Hard read. If he was on the opposite receiving end of that, I feel like he might have died. And now Douglas just playing slow. I don't know if up throw would have killed. He did have blue Pikmin, but F smash from purple Pikmin is going to take that. Douglas coming through winner's side of grand finals. So now Douglas sitting pretty. He's sitting pretty. He beat Kona. That's a very good win for him. And then he beat Granny. Someone who is very consistent in winning him, but he's shown he earned it today. Good job, Douglas. Douglas, you're a fraud for swapping on Fox. You're a fraud for swapping on Fox. I was liking it. You were doing good. I mean, you played better with Alph, but I mean, you're doing good with Fox. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that was